And then she was like, I dare you to put that in your ear. Seriously, dude, I would not lie to you. That is exactly what she said. I know, right? She's crazy. She's nuts. Alright, I gotta get out of here and do a video. We'll catch up later. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Kerrnel Does Feed the Beast. We are on the Trek Ultimate Unleashed server, running Unleashed Modpack 1.1.3. Well, the previous episode 7 that I had recorded was going to be about the wireless in our base. We had swapped out and made this nice little control room here, and all these levers were hooked up to wireless transmitters, and they were going out to control our multi-farm, control our berry farm, control our ore berry farm, control our mass fabricator, and to control our spawners remotely because of all the bugs and problems that we've been having with the RedNet cable. So I have already rebuilt the mob system 2 or 3 times using RedNet cables because of the problems. And it turns out that the wireless stuff also has problems that are actually a little worse. So we had put the wireless back here. So everything was getting inverted, so it was doing everything that, you know, would take care of the bug that was in the RedNet cable, but it, I don't know, I guess the mod is chicken chunks, and the wireless block and all of the micro blocks, they're all part of the same mod, and I guess there's a problem with chicken chunks, and it might be a problem with chicken chunks and MCP, whatever it's called, MCPC or something. I don't know what it's called, but there is a problem, and what happens is either on a server reset or somewhere, you know, sometime during the day, the wireless blocks and the micro blocks, they all disappear, but they don't disappear. With the wireless, they become invisible. You can't put blocks where they are, and they stop functioning. But I think they're still there somehow, or some sort of corruption is going on, because I would log into my base and I would get down to like literally 1 frame per second. It would take maybe about 5 minutes, and it would slowly go from 40 down to 30, down to 20, down to 10, to the point where it was hard to type. Nothing was going on. The spawners were off. Everything seemed to be okay, but I think because these artifacts were still, you know, in the system somewhere, it would just cause this area to lag out. If I went to the Nether, everything would be fine. So I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if there's a solution to it, but I rebuilt that system 4 times. I kid you not. I built it, had the problem. Rebuilt it, had the problem. Was told, you know, everything would be fine. I rebuilt it again, had the problem. And then this last time, you know, I've had enough of it. So I tore it down. Everything is being controlled manually right now. I'm not going to put the RedNet cable back in because that's, you know, cheesing me off too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's stupid that these bugs exist, that you can't use these things properly. You know, which is a whole a whole other commentary about Unleashed and how it was rushed. But suffice, I've turned mobs off in this chunk so that well, actually, what I've done is converted the entire base since we're using my town. I have set the entire base to turn mobs off, except for this chunk here, where the spawner is. But I need to turn that chunk back on or to turn the mobs off again, um, because I don't want them to spawn right now. This is the only real way that I can control it properly, and flip the switches and be able to go in and out. So, of course, I figured that out too late after I'd lost 2 backpacks full of stuff, but c'est la vie. So if the bug ever gets fixed and the wireless goes back in, I will do another tutorial on this system here, and we'll see where that goes. I don't know. I'm just a little kind of irritated with that whole situation right now. Not at anybody in particular, just with Feed the Beast itself. Just it's stupid that something so simple, both of these things. I mean, they're 2 completely different mods, and both of them have bugs that you can't operate these things properly. It's dumb, dumb. So anyway, I'm not in a building machinery mood today, and you can see that latest death. Yeah, that was me down trying to fix that crap. Happy times. So today, I'm gonna go back to the village and see if we can get some more things done over here. What I think I have decided, and I can't even remember. I've tried recording this a couple of times and crashed, and I just don't know where I am right now. So forgive me if I've if I have been repeating myself. But I was able to get with Garrick's, and I think I already told you this. We're going to continue with our plans here, and we're going to try and rearrange some buildings. So what I'm going to do, I've decided in this area here, I'm going to take this building down, and I'm going to take this down and move it somewhere else. I don't know where yet. And I'm probably going to get rid of this building here, and this whole area. Let me get over here. And we're going to redo this building, but I'm going to leave it up for now. So this whole area here will become a marketplace. And I would like to feature a block, and I haven't done it yet. That was weird. I thought berry medleys are supposed to regenerate that much hunger. Anyway, so this is going to be a marketplace, and one of the blocks that I want to kind of play around with is this guy here, the trading post. And what this does is it allows you to have a central place. So if you have all these villagers and shops, and that's what we're going to do, we're going to build a little bit of a bazaar. And if you have all these villagers and shops, if you plunk that block down, it should be able to detect all of the villagers that are in range and what they're selling and what they're selling for, so you can basically do everything from one location. You don't have to go to each individual villager. So I think that's what I would like to do for that. So we're gonna kind of tear some of this down this episode. I also started working on the upper section up here, and we did go with the glass. We're gonna go with clear glass down here in the breeder section, so that's gonna be the front window there, and that will overlook the bazaar. I didn't think it made much sense to have a farm like right in the front window. So instead we're gonna do a little bit of a bazaar and maybe have a roadway opening here where they can see out and see, the base and stuff. So I want to continue working up here and shore this up and get the kind of the railing done over this way and extend the roadway here over this and over the hump here and down the hill. I want to get that done, and what we are wanting to do is kind of, I will, well, assuming I have enough gravel. Unfortunately, the last few deaths that I had, I lost probably about 6 or 7 stacks of gravel. So I don't know. I might not have enough. But I want to run that down here and fix it into the little roadway and then run it around the side here. So this area here is going to be, so if you recall the task board, the projects that we want to do, I wanted to get into Steve's carts for mining, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. So I'm going to instead use Steve's carts for trees. We've got most of the trees that we want, and we really want to redo a lot of the houses that are in here. And we're going to make this kind of the worker area, and we're going to build a kind of a logging facility over here. And so we want to do that with some different wood than the oak planks. And so we've been breeding a lot of the trees over here at the bee section. And that's really what the bees have been doing is breeding trees. So we have I think we've got all the trees that we want. So now it's going to be a matter of harvesting those trees and planting them and getting the wood from them. So we want to kind of do that in a massive, not a massive scale, but a larger scale than this. So we're going to set up some Steve's Cart tree farm over here. And so these buildings here are going to be the worker buildings. So we're going to build a few more of these. So this will be kind of our blue collar area. There was a house here that we tore down. I did have that on camera, but everything crashed and I lost the video for it. But we took that building down to kind of clear things up. It was actually eating into the tunnel, and that wasn't good. So we're going to rebuild that. And then over here, we're going to attach this roadway, and it's kind of going to ring around the base. We may actually put a rail line around the base too. I don't know. Or not the base, the village. Not sure. So we also want to extend this roadway up. So we may push this back so we don't have to fart around with this house right now. But all of the stairs here, we're going to move to the side so that they've got a porch. And this is just kind of a thoroughfare. Although we may end up pushing the houses back a bit so that they do have a bit of a front yard to the road. Not sure yet. But a lot of this is, we're going to leave these houses up for now. Excuse me, but we're going to redesign a lot of them to make them look a little more interesting. So this roadway is going to come up, and then everything's going to attach around the back here and come over to this road. And we're going to convert. So one of these houses, I think, is the Thaumcraft guy, and then one of them is the bee guy. So we will, I don't know, I kind of want the bee guy to be backed into, our massive bee facility whenever we get that. So I don't know when that will be, and I don't know where it will be. So we may not put the bee guy in here, but we'll have to see down the road. But this road here, we do want to attach to the road down there. And to do that, we're going to get rid of this house. And we're going to take this house. Now, we're going to turn it sideways. But so we're going to have to rebuild it. So we're going to tear it down this episode. But we want to rebuild it and make it lengthwise this way. So that this here isn't going to interfere with the road. So if we look at it from this side, there's lots of room here for that house. So if we turn it sideways, it won't interfere with the roadway, and it actually will look nice in that corner there. And we'll probably square up the retaining wall here. So we're gonna kind of do something like that. So I'm gonna tear that down and rebuild the roadway in this episode. So we got a lot of work to do, and a lot of this stuff is not gonna involve blocks that are gonna crash. I just hope my client doesn't crash like it has been doing lately. I don't know why it's been doing it. If anybody's using Windows 8 and they're playing Minecraft and for some reason it just stops working. it'll either the sound will go weird and everything freezes up, or it just freezes up completely and you can't do anything. You can't even alt tab out or anything like that, or control alt delete. So if anybody's having that sort of issue, let me know if you found a way around that. I'm hoping it's not my computer because it's very new. And this is really the only thing that's on it right now. So I don't know. We extended this railing all the way down, and then we turned it into iron bars. And we actually rebuilt the stairway. We actually pushed it back one so that we had these 2 blocks at the bottom. Otherwise, it would have ended like that. And that looks kind of dumb. So we pushed the stairs back. We'll probably put something along that wall there. I don't know. So I don't think there's anything we really need in this house. No, there isn't. So we're going to start by taking the window panes out with our Silk Touch axe. And no point in me doing this real time, so I'm just going to treat you to a little more music. I think the last episode was the prank episode. As I say, I recorded a full episode with the wireless build, and then I've been trying to record this, not this episode, but the one dealing with this stuff that I've already done half the work on, and that crashed. So it's been a while since I've actually had a successful recording that I'm going to air, so I can't remember what I've talked about. But I'm going to set you to some music, so you're going to have some more musical interlude until we're done. So we'll kind of show you as we're working, and we'll show you what everything looks like when we are finished. Enjoy. Okay, So we finally cleared that area. So this is going to be our bazaar. And I think I broke the the axe. So I need to somehow fix that. And I think you need to use whatever's in the head, but I don't know what was used. I think I think it was Manuelin. It was either that or Ardite, one or the other. So I will correct that soon. So that'll just kind of get rid of that. But I do want to move on to some other things, namely, and I don't know what's going on with my hunger bar down there. That's just weird. I don't think we're going to get to the house this episode, but I do want to do this. So we're going to extend the glass, the railing, out over this way, and we're going to have to do something underneath because we're going to have the gravel on top. Oh, actually, that works out all right. That works out fine. So let's bring this down then. Right. I'm not going to need anything fancy behind there. Yep. Don't know how far I want that to come down though. So we might have to experiment a little. So why don't we do this? Okay, so we'll bring this down one more. I think I'm going to need more bricks. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. More bricks. I think I'm going to need more than 7. And we've got, these guys. Okay, that should be enough of those. Alright. So we're going to bring, okay, so that one's brought down already. And I think I want to have this stone on this level. So do that. And I think I'm going to have to put some more cobblestone in there. Sorry if I am mumbling to myself. Okay. So we'll put stone here, and we will do doink doink. And this will now become that. And this is going to be brick. Okay, so I need stone for there. I don't have any on me. So we'll grab some in a short bit and patch that up. I'll probably do that off camera, along with the cleanup of the houses over here. And we'll do that off camera as well. So we are going to go over here. And we want glass panes. Okay. And we're also going to do that over here. And I think what we're going to do is that. it may go a little further. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Right here. And we'll probably... No, we're gonna have to count this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if we were going to do that 3 ways, that would be 6 and 6. So let's go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Oh, nuts. Oh, it's fixed. Thank gosh. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm out of... Didn't count very well, did I? Alright, so this is going to be one of those, and this is going to do that. And we're not going to do one over here because we don't need it. So we'll finish off that glass off camera. And I think what we will do... Oops. No, I don't like that. Bad idea. Lovely. Okay. Anything else fall down there? These are... Oh, are you kidding me? Stupid shovel. Alright. So I need to shore it up there. How am I going to do that? I don't want to... actually, you know what? That might work. Because I don't... The window for the facility here... I don't know, maybe not. I think it might come out. So it's going to come out to this. It's going to come out to here. So why don't we just make it so that it comes out to here? So kind of like that. Oops. Nuts. Like that. So this is going to come like that. Just to make it uniform. So then it'll kind of be boxed in a bit. I think I like that. I think I like that. I'm not sure. Maybe the glass for the will kind of be curved at the top. I don't know. I don't know. But this area probably can just get filled in. So that is what I'm going to do right now. Fill this in. So what this will do is it will also allow us to put the gravel up here and have something to support it with, because it didn't have any support from these blocks, but now it does. So that is a good thing. So the gravel won't fall through. Yeah, that's good. And I don't know, is that gonna look weird? That's gonna look weird. I wonder how this would look. Come out from this side. So maybe have the gravel come out there. I think that might work. Still looks kind of weird. Oh, actually, it probably isn't going to be bad because... Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. So we'll stick a flower there. That will make it not look strange. A little bit of a shortcut there. Okay. So the rest of this is going to be brick. And this is going to be one of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with that wall there, though, on the left. I think I might knock this out and just make it level with everything else, because it doesn't really make sense. For that matter, around the rest of the village, we probably could replace these main roads here with this stuff, and then have like gravel through the bazaar. That would be kind of neat. But that's a lot of brick. That's a lot of this brown stuff. But I think I am going to knock this wall out. It doesn't serve a purpose anymore. Because there's no real houses there that we want to separate. Okay, so that looks good. I think that looks good. Although now that I see this, I'm wondering if maybe I should extend that all the way out here. I think I should. It doesn't look right when it's not there, because that's the only wall that doesn't have that on the bottom. Oops. Alright. So we'll put grass back in here, or at least dirt blocks. There we go. Okay, so that area is clear except for the floating house. Alright, well that's good. That's good. Making some progress here. Got the railings up. Looking good. So now let's, yeah, we're not going to get to that house in the back this episode. That'll be a project for another day. And in fact, I think I'm gonna finish the gravel road over here, and then what I think we'll do is the next episode that we work on this stuff, we will probably start working on. Oops. We will Oh, that's right. I knocked the glass out there. We'll probably start working on the tree farm area, not necessarily the farm itself, but we'll start working on the housing and kind of flattening this out a bit in preparation for it, because I think in order to do the rest of the houses on here, I mean, if I'm gonna move this house here, I'd rather tear it down and build it. In fact, I'll probably just tear this down off camera, and just kind of flatten this area out, and then we'll work on on the area over here where we're gonna put the tree farm, and that will be our opportunity to get some of the houses built and lay things out so that when we do get the farm in, we'll be able to start harvesting the wood that we need to build the houses the way we want to build them. So that, I think, is going to be the plan. Alright, so I need to put some lights back up here. How do we want to do this? Alright, so we do want it flush. Alright, I need to get some stairs, so let me resupply a couple of things. And let me come back, and then I'll probably touch up the glass here and finish the stairway off, and we'll see how this looks. So we'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and I was able to grab some more glass. So we'll quickly finish this off, and on my way back I passed by those 2 roofs that we had still yet to chop down, and I did that. So those are gone now. So let's see if we can finish this roadway up. So the pattern that we're using around the base is to use stairs. So that's what we'll do. And we'll extend it by the 1. And now that I think of it, I don't think I have enough of these. But let's try it anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to have enough for the other side. That's okay, we can do that later. I think there was one other thing I wanted to do, and it's over here. So I wanted to extend this roadway out through the marsh here, and just to kind of get it to touch this sliver of land, because the bridge is going to come over this way and it's going to land somewhere around here. So it's going to have a little bit of a pathway to connect to. So I want to do that, and I want to make it look sort of natural. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but hey, I'm willing to give it a shot. Okay. So here's where I am, and where do I want to be? I think I want to be right. I want to be right here. So I don't think I want to have, I don't want to have like a structure, because we're going to have the bridge, so I don't want to have too much of a, something that's been clearly defined. to kind of border it. If that makes any sense. That doesn't look great either. Doesn't look too bad, I don't think. Now it's just feeding on itself. It's kind of square looking, isn't it? So we don't want that there, I don't want that. This is going to be dirt, I think. So kind of what I want is something like that. That I think is good. So I don't want it to border it necessarily. But I don't mind it kind of being, you know, kind of like this. Something like that. Kind of do something similar on the other side. Now, my hope is that you can put sugar cane on them. Hoping that's because it's by water. No. So maybe the solution is to sprinkle some actual dirt that's not going to get grass anywhere near it. Sorry about that, guys. We had a server crash, and I wasn't able to get back on for a while. But when I did, I was able to finish off the bridge here. I didn't realize how long the episode was going, even with cutting it down a bit. So I'll quickly go through this, but basically we put some mycelium in here, and it looked like the reeds actually popped out of the dirt. So I had to replace it with actual grass because the dirt was getting overtaken by the mycelium spreading. So, which is fine. I think it still looks kind of natural. Looks kind of cool. It's got the little swampy, marshy kind of feel to it. And, you know, we'll probably clean up the sand here. Get the bridge over, attach the road here. So I'm happy with how this turned out. Looks pretty cool. And I also took care, I put down the railings on the other side. And over here, I knocked out the house that was over here, knocked out the house that was against the wall there, and fixed the roadway up here. So now, you know, between this episode and probably next episode, what I'll do is clear this area out. I've been kind of working on some lighting ideas. There's not really a lot that you can do to, vary from, the standard daylight sensor, kind of 4 redstone lamp, big blob thing. But I think I've come up with something that I think I like and would kind of fit the style. It's basically just changing the materials out. So, but I do have a couple of ideas, so I'm gonna play around with them a little more, and then maybe see if we can put them in here and start getting the Bazaar kind of going, and also come back over here and finish this. So, gonna do some work off camera, not a lot, but anything that's sort of major, I'll bring the camera back on and show you what's going on. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with me for such a long video. I think we're up around 50 minutes, so this was a long one, but we got quite a bit done, so I'm pretty happy with that. So until the next episode, please take care, and we'll see you soon.